For this lesson, we are going to be looking at whether a graph is proportional, and from that, find the unit rate. So, looking at graphs to see if they're proportional. This is similar to finding if something is proportional from a table. So let's start there. Remember, to see if something is proportional, we find the unit rate for each. 5 to 0, 10 to 1, 15 to 2, 20 to 3. Well, this doesn't make sense as a unit rate. 10 to 1 already is a unit rate. 15 to 2, 15 divided by 2 is 7.5 over 1. And 20 to 3, clearly these are not proportional because all of the unit rates are not the same. So no, this does not show a proportional relationship. Alright, so let's begin looking at proportionality in graphs. We're going to start by just looking at a table, graphing the points on a coordinate plane to see what happens. So the first point is 0, 0. So we go over 0, up 0. The next is 1, 3. So we go over 1, up 3. Remember, the x tells us which way we are moving left and right. The y tells us which way we're moving up and down. Then we have 2, 6. So over 2, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 3, 9. So 3, 9. And that is what the graph looks like. So the graph is a straight line. So proportional relationships will make a line on a graph. Now, is it proportional? Well, we can see 3 over 1 is the same as 6 over 2, because that's 3 over 1, and 9 over 3. So they all can be reduced to 3 over 1. So the unit rate is all of the same. So proportional relationships will make a line, and they also have that 0, 0 relationship. 0, 0, remember, means that it goes through 0, 0. So it goes through the y-axis at 0. So the y-intercept is 0. So it goes through the origin. So let's test this one. Is this proportional? Why or why not? Well, I know that a proportional relationship makes a straight line that goes through 0, 0. So one way that we can determine if it's proportional is, look, does it make a straight line and does it go through 0, 0? Is my y-intercept 0? Yes. So yes, and one way I can justify that is it is a straight line going through 0, 0. In other words, my y-intercept is 0. The other way that we can look at it is look at our unit rates. So 220 so 20 to 2, or 40 to 4, right here, 40 to 4, or 60 to 10, 60 to 6, they all simplify to the unit rate of 10 to 1. 10 to 1, 10 to 1. So yes, because they have, we could also say yes, it is proportional because they have a constant unit rate. So what we know so far is something is proportional. There is a constant of proportionality. This is also known as the rate of change or slope. So the one we just did, 220, 440, 660, my constant of proportionality, or the rate, was always 10 for every 1. So 10 is my constant of proportionality. Okay, so let's look at another example. So we're going to see, does this show a proportional relationship? If so, what is the constant of proportionality, or rate of change, and the equation? So first, it is easy to see that this forms a straight line that goes through the origin. So the y-intercept is 0, So yes, it is proportional. The rate of change is not as easy to see on this one, so I'm going to choose an ordered pair. So right here we have 12, 4. That's my ordered pair, and I'm going to find my unit rate. So it was 4 downloads for every 12 websites. This turns out to be a fraction, 1/3, because I can divide both by 4. So my rate of change is 1/3. And I can check another one, this one. There are 8 downloads for 24 visits, and I can divide both by 8 to get 1/3. So that is our rate of change. The equation, remember, has our rate of change as the coefficient of the variable. So we have to multiply our independent variable by 1/3 to get our dependent variable. Next example, is this proportional? If so, what is the constant of proportionality and the equation? Well, it does form a straight line, but here is where 0, 0 is, and the line does not cross through 0, 0, so there's not that 0, 0 relationship. It looks like it goes through at 20, so the y-intercept would be 20, not 0. So no, this is not proportional. And last example, is this proportional? Well, it does form a straight line that goes through the origin, so it has that 0, 0 relationship, or the y-intercept is 0. So yes, it is proportional. Rate of change. This rate of change is actually quite easy because we can see what is the cost at one cookie. So right here, it's 20 cents. So 20 cents. Or we could see that for every cookie we add, we go up another 20 cents. We go up 20 cents for every cookie. So the rate of change is 20 cents. So the equation would be the cost. So I'm just going to use y for cost and x for the number of cookies. To get the cost, we would have to take the number of cookies and multiply it by 20 cents. And I'm going to put 20 cents in decimal form so we don't think it's $20. $20 for one cookie would be pretty expensive. So the cost, y, so the cost, we find the cost by taking the number of cookies, x, and multiplying it by 20 cents. Y equals 0.2x.